Jenny and I try our best to teach our 4 little boys Christian values, character, and honesty.
But a strange absence has many wondering about his judgment. Sanford told the state newspaper Wednesday morning that he'd spend several days in Argentina. That's a surprise to many, since the governor's office had said he was taking a solo hike along the Appalachian Trail.
You'd like to think that those values apply to government too, and that starts with keeping your word.
And so the bottom line is this. I've been unfaithful to my wife. I developed a relationship with which started out as a dear, dear friend from Argentina.
When I ran for Congress, I said I'd support term limits.
Well, Sanford is now starting a new campaign running for Congress in his home state.
Saying he was done with politics, Sanford is now saying he wants to come back.
Never take a dime from special interests.
Sanford held the same seat from 1995 to 2001 and still has $124,000 in his congressional campaign account.
And not waste the taxpayers' money. I kept those promises.
Mark Sanford. Now, we know all about his lover in Argentina, and how many times he's visited her, and how many times he's used the plane that South Carolina paid for to go visit her. And now, once he got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, in a manner of speaking, he wound up paying back some of that flight money, right? But now the Associated Press has done extensive research on all of his flights. Well, Governor Sanford, you got a lot of explaining to do, my friend. It turns out, of course, he has taken flights to go to his dentist, to go to his son's soccer game, and to get a haircut, and for family trips, for Republican fundraisers, all of which he shouldn't take government flights for, all of which he did take government flights for, costing hundreds of thousands of dollars to the South Carolina taxpayer.
South Carolina needs a return to real, honest leadership.
Well, I've been having trouble at home, and I'll work harder, nights, weekends, whatever it takes.
No, I don't think that's going to do it. There's just no way that we could keep you on.
But I don't even really work here.
That's what makes this so difficult.
And I'm shameless. Well, honey, I don't have a prayer. Every time I see you standing there, I go down upon my knees. And I'm jaded. Swore I'd never compromise on, but you convinced me otherwise. I'll do anything, babe.
Today, Governor Mark Sanford said that, quote, the biggest self of self is indeed self. Wise words stand the test of time. But in our #1 story in the countdown, if you think Sanford's news conference was remarkable, how about them emails? Governor's Appalachian Trail, which evidently led all the way to Argentina, merely a flash for good old electronic mail obtained by the state newspaper in Colombia last December. Governor Sanford, Thursday, July 10th, 2008, quoting, as I think I had told you, taking the family to China, Tibet, Nepal, India, Thailand, and then back through Hong Kong on whirlwind tour. The following weekend have been asked to speak out in Aspen, Colorado with McCain, which has kicked up the whole VP talk all over again in the press back home. You have a particular grace and calm that I adore. You have a level of sophistication that's so fitting with your beauty. I could digress and say that you have the ability to give magnificent, gentle kisses, or that I love your tan lines, or that I love the curve of your hips, the erotic beauty of you holding yourself, or 2 magnificent parts of yourself in the faded glow of the night's light. But hey, that would be going into sexual details. 3, and finally, well, all the things above are all too true. At the same time, we are in a hopelessly, or as you put it, impossible, or how about combine and simply say hopelessly impossible situation of love. How in the world has this lightning, misspelled, strike snuck up on us? I am still not quite sure. As I have said to you before, I certainly had a special feeling about you from the first time we met. But these feelings were contained, and I genuinely enjoyed our special friendship and the comparing of all too many personal notes. Lastly, I also suspect I feel a little vulnerable because this is ground I have certainly never covered before. So if you have pearls of wisdom, my God, pearls of wisdom on how we figure all this out, please let me know. That's not what I thought when I first saw that on the paper. In the meantime, please sleep soundly, knowing that despite the best efforts of my head, My heart cries out for you. Your voice, your body, the touch of your lips, the touch of your fingertips, and, oh Lord, an even deeper connection to your soul. He didn't write like this to all the delegates at that South American Economic Conference. Now, Maria corresponded as well in an email which may have provoked that lengthy response from the governor. She wrote on July 9th, 2008, quote, "You are my love, something hard to believe even for myself, as it's also a kind of impossible love, not only because of distance, but situation." She sounds remarkably like he does in this version. "Sometimes you don't choose things, they just happen. I can't redirect my feelings, and I'm very happy with mine towards you." Bring in Christian Finnegan, comedian and commentator at large. Christian, good evening.
Hola, Keith.
That's all right. Steady. Last night I had said, look, this the Appalachian Trail story happening, that it coincided with Naked Hiking Day. It had better be true, because what on earth could be so bad that that would be a cover story? So now we know what could have been worse than that as a cover story?
Yeah, if one thing is clear, is that this is definitely Mark Sanford's first affair, because no experienced Lothario would have played it this badly. There are junior high kids trying to get to third base that have more of a plan than this guy.